Hey there，how's it going？ 咁多位朋友仔，你哋好嗎？我係 Louis，又翻到嚟我呢個紳士俱樂部啦。咁今一期嘅我哋呢個車漢呢，我哋將會揸到去加州首府 Sacramento 訪問一個叫做阿 Tim 嘅一個朋友啦。佢就我喺個 track 度識佢嘅，識咗幾年。佢係 SuperDrive 嘅創辦人，唔係 SuperDrive 啊，嗰啲衫嗰啲，佢係 SuperDrive 超級揸車、超級駕駛嘅創辦人啦。咁佢個 club 就好多人嘅，喺加州嚟講算數一數二多嗰啲 members、active members。咁佢哋每一個月咧都會上山啦，100幾200部車上山啦，100幾200部車 barbecue 啦，100幾200部車落場啦，落 track 啦 ，track days 啦，所以就幾好玩嘅佢。我哋今日將會去到佢個 headquarter 睇下佢嘅 studio 有啲咩玩啊，好唔好？同埋佢個人有一部好靚嘅 S2000 Track build， 咁我哋一齊去 check out 啊，好唔好？好，事不宜遲，我唔嘥大家時間 ，Let's go。Hello，
on your bulls。
SuperDrive 嘅 headquarter 啦，咁係我好朋友阿 Tim。
How's it going, guys? So basically, you're looking at a 2003 S2000 AP1. It's basically my second S2000 already. And I decided that if I ever had to get back into cars, there'll be another S2000 for the main purpose of tracking it, driving it. And that's where I kind of came about with the whole SuperDrive brand, is to use this car as a combination of anything driving. So whether it could be the track or mountain drives, cruising, and so forth.
Right.
And so far, it's been really good to me, and it does what I need to do. So yeah, and I love the car.
Nice. How do you like it at the track?
Well, this car I would say it's a good learner car. For somebody who wants to get into tracking, it's very affordable. Parts are abundant. You can get them everywhere, and they're definitely built for the track, for what it is.
Nice.
Yeah. And basically, the mods I've done to it is suspension, brakes, tires, and basically a whole lot of aero into it. Not much on the engine.
Right.
Because I feel like this car is it's capable of being able to run on the track.
Right.
Still minimal power. And at this point, I'm still learning a lot of my driving skill out of it. So I'm taking it one step at a time.
Right, nice. Wow. So you're running TE37 SL, right, Tim?
Yeah. So they're basically 17.9.
Okay.
Plus 22. And basically they're square setup.
Square,
Yeah,
okay.
square setup, and I do have 255 tires in there, 200 thread wear from Nexen Neferis.
Nice.
They're pretty much good daily track tires.
Fat meat.
Yeah, I had like an AR1, and that was a little too much for me. I don't think I'm on that skill level to be able to utilize the whole tire. I mean, don't get me wrong, the 100 thread wear is like really like best bang for that buck for that brand, because price point compared to like the Toyos are
Right.
a lot cheaper. So, but now I decided to use this, and you gotta check out that RX-7, dude.
Wow.
A lot of content you can get here, man.
Beautiful, man. First time here.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me,
Yeah,
Tim.
no problem, dude.
Yeah.
I'm glad that a lot of these cars are here as well, so you can like load up on your content.
Right. Sick.
Yep.
Rocket Bunny
Yeah,
RX-7.
check Rocket Bunny out.
Oh my goodness. Guys, check this out.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, let's keep going.
Yeah, so 255 tires, and then basically I have the upgraded front brakes in there from StopTex.
What kind of trap pads are you running right now?
Those are Paget pads in the front, and then the rears are the Club Racers.
Nice, can't go wrong with it.
Yeah, so I mean they really bite really good, but something I'm looking at in the future would be like an RX-8 or I don't know, maybe a Blade upgraded rotors. But other than that, I mean the car is a late breaker car, and for the weight itself, I think the last time I weighed it, it's about 2,800 with me in it.
Wow, that was pretty light.
Yeah. So I did a corner balance, and then it was like 27.95, but it came out to be 2,800. So yeah, it's a super light car, and it's definitely a late breaker car for what it is. So,
Yeah.
so basically, the aero on this car, I'm gonna start with the front bumper.
Okay.
So this is basically a OEM replica CR lip. And
Beautiful.
This is a Password JDM Canard, and then I basically made it with this guy named Oscar. His brand is called Oma Racing, and he does a lot of custom splitter based on your bumper and the lip. You can pretty much custom cut it. I'm running a Dev Sport adjustable brackets chassis mount in order for this whole thing to be sturdy, kind of provide me a little bit more downforce. The end plates and the spats were also Oma Racing. So yeah, this guy right here.
Right.
So a lot of these are Oma Racing parts.
Oma Racing parts.
Yeah. Something. He's in SoCal actually. Yeah.
Nice.
There's a lot of like this S2000, 86, mainly a lot of different cars too. So you just send him your measurements, so you can pretty much
Nice.
get you a nice cut here.
Love the quality, everything. Like really sets the car
It's a
off.
little beat up right now because we drove out there in Lake Hennessy, and I think it was like last week. It just rained around here, and then it was dry, but there was a lot of debris on the road, so it just kind of
Right. It kind of sucks.
A lot of rock chips.
Sorry to hear that.
No, it's all good. But I'm looking to do a new paint job on this car.
It's clean already.
Yeah, right.
It's hella clean already.
So-
See? Check out these.
And then old
Exterior.
school Honda badge from Rival Machine.
There's a sticker or
Yeah, it's a sticker. It just kind of got damaged though, but
lightweight, guys.
yeah.
Weight reduction.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So
Then-
tell me about your arrow and flare. Sorry about that.
So this is the Voltex flares.
Okay.
I didn't want to go too much crazy on the wide body, and I want something that's a little bit more subtle that would flow along the car.
Right.
So I kind of opted for this and add a little bit more, I would say, offset and clearance to the wheels and stuff like that. And then you have what is it, the downforce carbon fiber side step, I would say, or
A side skirt?
yeah,
Something?
side
Yeah,
skirt.
side skirt.
And then I mated it with a OEM Honda side strakes.
Oh,
Yeah.
no shit.
So I did just kind of cut it a little bit here, just kind of make it fit.
Yeah, I love the feet, man.
Yeah, it's
perfect.
Yeah, I did put a little bit of my own touch to it, and then these are also Voltex here.
Voltex.
Yeah, Voltex over fenders as well. So basically, the Voltex fenders, for a lot of the S2000 guys, without it, you're pretty limited on the offsets that you can run, especially if you're gonna run like a 255.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, because like when I used to run I would say a plus 28 on the CE. I used to have a CE 28. Volk Racing and a 255, it basically bulged out on a stock fender, and you can see a lot of S2000 guys would have like bacon fenders, especially in the front,
Right.
or they would like dent this part right here. And
yeah,
I
I've seen
kind of learned
those.
that from my first S2000, and I decided to just kind of go ahead and have Eric from Fitted Garage to custom cut it and mount this whole fender in order for me to add a little bit of clearance. I mean, even then, it's still like on like hard bumps, it would still scrape, but for the most part, you know, I try to avoid like
Right.
getting damages on the quarter panel.
Hell yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah. So, you know, this is pretty much the most subtle look that I want to be able to add a little bit more width on the wheels. For the first
Nice.
time, yeah. And then
Very nicely done.
you run to the back. That's a Voltex diffuser. I got it used, and pretty much helps out. You know, divert the air a little bit more.
Right. Really helpful at the track. Really
Yeah,
comes
the
in
track,
handy.
Yeah. So originally I was planning to do a bumper cut, and then basically Mark had found me a guy out in Fresno, and he was selling it super cheap, and I was like, man, I'm gonna
Nice.
hop on it, just kind of complete the look.
Homie hooked up, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. So
Bromance right there.
very much. Shout out to Mark.
Right.
Yeah.
Mark right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
This guy right here.
Mark.
Yep.
Super nice.
Yep.
S2000 right there.
I'll have him talk about his car too. So.
Okay.
Other than that, there's the OEM late model AP2 taillights.
AP2 tail lights.
And then this is a AP2 rear bumper as well.
AP2
This is an
rear
AP1.
bumper.
AP1 have different like rear bumper. You will see on this car, he has
Right.
like a whole AP1 back end on that car, which is the tail lights and the rear bumper as well. But the only difference between his rear bumper or rear end to my rear end is my tail lights and the rear bumper right here.
Nice.
And then notable one is the Voltex wing. This is a Type 2 1600.
Nice. Those are expensive.
The Voltex now is expensive because there's a lot of the lead time is pretty long. Like
How long is the wait?
I think if you try to order right now, about a year.
Holy moly. Seriously?
Yeah, about a year. They don't have it stocked up, and they have to make it like, you know, from the ground up. Then yeah, probably a year to like 9 months to a year. I
Wow.
would say
Straight from Japan, right?
from Japan. Yeah,
Wow.
because this one took before the whole pandemic was like took about 4 months. They gave me 6 months for it, but I'm like, oh shit, you know, I guess I'm gonna wait. But thankfully, it came out within 4 months' time of waiting. So
Wow. Thankfully.
yeah, so I'm like, man, I don't think I'm gonna sell this right now because it's one of the prized possessions, Voltex wing. And then I swapped the OEM or 275 open stands into a aerogenic solid stance, but it's a taller one. That's 295 right there.
Nice. Is this higher, right?
It sits higher, so if you like, probably if you can measure it from the roof line right here, it's almost like parallel to
Right.
I mean, that's a good way of looking at it right there. Because me and him have the same hardtop. This is made from Rockstar Garage and FRP, so Mugen replica.
Nice.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, it's, you know, one of those typical Aero S2000 track setup.
Right.
So, I mean, it's, you know, I made it for function and, you know, have a little bit of look suit.
Right. Tell me about your Laguna Seca experience, okay, Tim? Because I saw you last time.
Oh,
You were
yeah,
terrorizing
yeah,
Laguna Seca, driving like crazy. So tell me about this.
Laguna was before I went to Laguna. You know, I was expecting that's like, man, this is like a holy grail track. You know, it's something I used to play in Gran Turismo for a long, long time.
Right.
And I was like, man, being able to like race in there. At first, it was intimidating. Actually, going in there, I went into the wrong gate. So it was our session, right? And I was
Right.
like, you know, we're supposed to like go into the, what is that? That entry that goes to the U. I went into the first one. I was so nervous for it. So I backed out and, you know, started going to the
We do it
track.
again.
And yeah, it's definitely intimidating at first because it's like, you know, it's still unreal for me to like be able to like take this car that I've been building into a track that I've been playing in Gran Turismo since I was like this tall, you know, like when I was little. And you know, it was a fun experience overall, you know, because you know, if it wasn't for Laguna Track Day, I wouldn't meet you,
Right.
right? I wouldn't connect with Ray again. So
Small world, right?
small world,
Yeah,
and then you
everyone's-
happen to know, you know, Steven and everybody
Right.
else that we rolled with. I was like, oh shit, you know,
Kevin.
yeah, Kevin,
Yeah,
yeah.
everything.
So overall, it was like a really fun experience. At the end of the day, you know, it was definitely the camaraderie with the guys that go the tracks with you, that share the same passion, and basically it's all for the name of fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tim.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. So basically, this is called DTG, Direct to Garment. And what it does is basically it prints any images from the software to this machine right here, full color, full image, and it does it very quick. So if you want, you can press the start button.
Impressive.
You want to press it?
Here we go,
So
guys.
it'll take it. You can actually look from here. You
Wow.
can like see how the shirt is made. So basically, the first layer will be white, and then it'll lay out the actual color of the shirt.
Wow, impressive. They're printing right now, doing the job.
So it lays a primer.
咁朋友呢度呢，就係佢個 studio 啦，係做所有衫啊、嗰啲 parts 啊、所有嘢關於係車嘅 related to cars everything。
Yeah, pretty much
Yeah, pretty
SuperDrive it's an automotive motorsport brand. A lot of the designs are basically based off like tracking, driving,
Right.
you know, stuff like that. But more so, you know, it's like a community, I would say.
Right.
You know, a lot of people that can relate as far as driving, you know, they can relate to SuperDrive as well.
嗱，依家就烘乾咗件 T 恤啦。
Yeah, so it's already made. So it's pretty cool.
哇，
Yeah.
好快，好靚嘅一件 T 恤就咁出咗嚟啦。
So you can imagine, it's like, you know, if I make like 100 shirts, I can get that done like
Oh yeah.
2 to 3 days.
Very efficient.
Very efficient. So other than that, you know, this is what it is.
Wow,
Color. Yeah. So you got your
Wow.
shirt. Yeah. So you just want to
Wow.
wash it inside out too. Here, I'll fold it for you and then just
Wow.
SuperDrive shirt. Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
哇，好靚一件衫咁樣就整好咗啦。嗱，如果大家想買 SuperDrive 嗰啲 products 咧，你可以睇我下面嗰條 link 啦。咁我會將阿 Tim 嗰條 link 擺下面，咁佢會 take care 你哋噶啦。